So we will have,
I think we can begin, or we'll wait for her.
Good
yeah,
morning.
she's
I
already
joined.
on.
Good morning.
Morning.
Welcome back. So we were,
We have done the
yes,
60th sloka, where we were talking about Vaidishyam Vidusham, so which is about the
correct. We did that. So now we'll come to the next verse, which talks about knowing shastras. Will that help? अविज्ञाते परे तत्वे शास्त्रादि शास्त्रादिष्टु निष्फल विज्ञाते अपि परे तत्वे शास्त्रादिष्टु निष्फला. So nishphala means there is of no use, there is no fruits. So he is asking avijñāte pare tatve. Para. So there are two kinds of concepts in Vedanta or in the Upanishad. One is para and one is apara. Apara means worldly. Para means non-worldly or beyond the world. Para is also representation of supreme reality, and the apara talks about the worldly reality created out of five senses. So in the shastras, if somebody has not known the reason for which shastra is there, or these Upanishad and all that is there, and he believes that he or she would get punya phala out of it, then he is wrong. He is on apara, because that doesn't give him anything as an insight at all. In fact, in the like people who do the pitru karya, they talk about apara, and it is widely accepted that it is apara karma what you are doing. That means it's a worldly deed what you are doing. It has no good phala, even though it is there in the shastra. Even though it says that you should give the pinda to your forefathers and fathers and all that, but yet that is not the right way to do certain things. So now question comes, what should we choose then? So he gives him a hint and an answer here. He says avijñāte pare tatve. Without avijñā, vijñāta means knower, avijñāta means not knower. Pare tatve, the tattva of understanding the reality. Shastra, shastradi, shastradi tistu, nishphala. The study of shastras is of absolute no use. Not just no use, absolute. It's waste. Vijñātepi pare tatve. Having known that reality, shastradististu nishphala. The study of the shastra is again of no use. In both the cases, shastras are of no use. There is no point in study of Shastras.
So, what is the difference here, Vignate and Avignate? I mean, what actually he's meant about Vignate?
Vi-
So what,
it is actually avijnate, that is not knowing. And
yeah,
Vijnate,
Avignate and Vignate, being both is of Nishphala. That's what I think I
yes,
understood it is being
yes,
told.
yes, yes.
So, what is that Vignanam he's talking about?
The supreme reality. Okay, now I will give you some good clarity, so you will understand what I'm trying to say. One second. One second. Avijnate and Vijnate. What is there to know, or what is there which we say we don't know? So, what is ignorance? Ignorance here is that we don't know that Atma is bound by the body and the mind. So the Atma takes itself to be the body and itself to the mind, or a combination of both. And then it says that I am so and so, I am this body, I am this mind, I am this intellect, I am this, I am that. It keeps on equating itself to whatever it is being done. So it says that I am seeing, I am eating, I am thinking, I am tasting, I am touching, I am smelling. And then it will also take the aspect of looking from other. Oh, he doesn't know this or she doesn't know this. I know this, he doesn't know that. And tries to compete between this and that, and starts comparing itself with this and that, and tries to compulsively live in one way or the other way, because it always feels that it should be like that. Okay, this is the problem of Vijnate. Now, what I can do is to follow the Shastra and see what it means. So let us take, I take Mandukya Upanishad, and it talks about Uma, about Vaishvanara Taijasa Prajna, and it gives various descriptions of it. So I've understood Om. So I have intellectually understood what is Om. Then I might take Taittiriya Upanishad, then it talks about the Annamaya Kosha, the Pranamaya Kosha, the Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha, and I feel I've understood it. Or I might go to Bhaja Govindam and understand it. So all intellectualization, what is being done, is again being done in Vijnate. Doesn't know. It is bound. In 99.99% of the cases of all of us, none of us believe at this point that we are bound. We feel that we are not bound. We see, after this lockdown is over, we will be able to walk here and there. At present, also, I'm able to walk between my bedroom and my living room and kitchen and all that. What stupid is called as bond? Where are we bound? We are not bound to anything. We are so free. We are able to walk, we are able to talk, we are able to eat, we are able to sleep, we are able to read, we are able to jump, we are able to do every activity, whatever mind wants. So, what is the meaning of being bound? That is not there. So, that is ignorance. This is the avijnate. Now, vijnate. Now you have understood you are bound. Having understood that you are bound, why do you require shastras? Because shastra is required to make you understand that you are bound. Now that you have understood that you are bound, so you don't require any more shastras, because now you have understood the shastras. That's what he means. So the phala, punya phala, papa phala, is not required. It doesn't lead to any fruits. Nishphala is that. Did I answer you?
Yeah, to some extent, I think. Yeah, I will also. My only doubt was, see, Paratattvam, if it is not understood or if it is understood, the Shastra is to Nishpala. So it becomes Nishpala in either cases.
Yes, that is
So
correct.
maybe in the next verse, maybe he'll come. What?
No, no, he will come
Why?
there, but I would like to answer you fully. Now I have answered you partially. So you ask me what is that other part you don't understand.
No, I'm trying to understand the difference between person being Vigna and Avigna.
Okay, first of all, you have to understand between para and apara. You know the
Okay.
difference between para and apara.
Yeah, that you explained. Apara is the worldly things of the rituals or all the stuff.
Yes. So
Para is non-worldly. Yeah,
non-worldly. So now
yeah.
the question comes: how do I understand Shastra from the para perspective?
Okay,
So if the interest of studying the Shastra is not to understand the para, then it is of no use. That's what it means on the
okay.
first line.
First line. Okay, yeah, that is clear.
On the second line, having understood the para,
Ah,
you don't require the Shastras because now you can stand on your own.
okay, okay,
In both the cases, Shastras will only show you the way of living, but they cannot liberate you, is what he's trying to say.
okay. Clear. Yeah.
Some people believe that by studying Shastra, I am going to get liberated. So he's answering to that question actually.
Okay, okay. Clear, clear. Thank you.
Okay, good. So now he talks about what kind of philosophy or any philosophy would help or not. So, Shabda Jalam, you see the words used by Shankara, I really appreciate him. Shabda Jalam. Jala means net. 99% of the people who go to spirituality keep on reading books. Maharanyam, it is a big, or a biggest forest. Chitta Brahmana Karanam, studying of books will make the mind going into Brahmana. Brahmana means a deluded state of mind where the clarity is completely lost. Chitta is, they use it as mind because there's no exact word in English, but chitta is chitta. So, the three kinds of chittas, one is the Kushala chitta, the Akushala chitta, and there is another chitta which we call as conscience. So this conscience chitta gets contaminated by reading books. Either will go to the negative side of it or go to the positive side of it. If you go to positive side of it, you'll again get rebirth. If you go to negative side of it, again you get rebirth. In the negative side of it, you get a lower rebirth, and in the positive side of it, it will get a higher rebirth. So he says, Shabda Jalam Maharanyam Chitta Brahmana Karanam Ataha Prayatna Prayatnat Jnana Jnat Jnatavyam Tattva Jnanaihi Tattvam Atmanaha. So Ataha, due to that reason, what? Due to the reason that books are going to be damaging to the mind, one should put right efforts on Gnatavyam, what needs to be known, and leave other things at rest. Tattva Jnanaihi Tattvam Atmanaha. The person should question himself in search of that supreme reality. Use book only for some guidance, not for going deeper into the books. So the biggest mistake we do is to damage ourselves by reading hundreds of books. And because all books will have a viewpoint, so you are supposed to take that viewpoint. If you are not of that viewpoint, then the book study what was made till now is of no use. So you throw the book, take another book. Now, unless your viewpoint and the book's viewpoint are the same, or the person modifies the viewpoint, whatever he was believing earlier, now he has modified to a new viewpoint, the book is just like a net where you don't know where you have started and whether you are going to end or not. It's a thick jungle. Once you enter into the jungle, there is no way you can come out of it because there are no markers there saying that this is exit. So the person gets lost. So he says a person shouldn't get lost. So what he says is you just start with self-knowledge. Ajnana sarpa dastasya brahma jnana aushadam vina kimu vedaischa shastraischa kimu mantraihi kim kimaushadhau kimaushadaihi ajnana sarpa dastasya dasta stung badly, asya that person, ajnana ignorance, sarpa the snake. For one who has been stuck or stung badly by the venom of this snake called ignorance, Brahmajnana aushadham vina, the only remedy is the knowledge of Brahman. Kimu vedaihi cha shastraihi cha, of what use are the Vedas and the scriptures, or kimu mantraihi kim aushadadhaihi, what is the use or the mantra and what is the use of these medicines? This might be like hitting somebody on the face saying that don't study scriptures. I don't know how people would have taken this, but that's what he says. Only a self-knowledge is the helper. Everything else is a waste. Don't go behind the Shastras, the Vedas and the mantras. They are of no use to you. They only create more and more ajnana rather than true jnana. Stop it. And take stride in understanding oneself.
Shankaracharya is addressing to people who are already advanced.
Yes.
And not people who are beginning, who have no idea. So for those people, we need to have to study some shastras to get to some understanding. And
Correct.
then we can throw away the shastras, isn't it?
Correct, absolutely. So, starting directly on Vivekachudamani is like killing oneself.
Correct.
So, you have to come in the end, meaning after you have studied the Shastras and the Vedas and this and that, and now you know that you've understood the concept, and better to now jump only in the Vivekachudamani and get liberation completely.
Yeah, so I think somebody who is reading this as a first book, then this is not appropriate.
This is not only appropriate, he will kill himself.
Yeah.
Now he will not read anything nor he will do anything. And then he'll say Shankara himself has said that don't study anything.
Yeah, correct. So if you take my case also, I have been reading so many books, and
Correct.
that is the knowledge which I had got.
Correct.
And if I had read Vivekachudamani first, I may not have understood even anything of that actually.
Correct. And the danger in reading Vivekachudamani without the basic understanding of spirituality is that it will make you feel that what you are doing is wrong.
Yeah, correct. So that is also the reason, even though I had Bhagavad Gita with me for so many years, I have not read it. Now only we are reading it. So I thought I'm not ready for it.
Correct.
And I wouldn't have understood anything. So there should be a time for it. So
Correct.
this has to be taken in that sense that you have understood all the shastras, you understood what exactly the knowledge is, and then you throw away all that.
Correct. So what it really means, at least for the benefit of Sri Hari, is that it's like a raft on the river. Once you cross the samsara, you don't require the raft. So you throw the raft also. In the same way, what Shankara is talking about. So it should not be misunderstood that to cross the ocean of samsara, that you don't require the raft at all. That will be foolishness. You require the raft, or you require the boat, whatever, or you require the steamer or a ship or whatever it is to cross over. But once crossed over, you don't require anything. That's the exact meaning of this.
Yeah, these are all tools and techniques.
Yes.
So once you reach, you throw away the
Tool. Yeah, no longer a tool is required because you already safely crossed over. So the candidate for this is the aspirant allowed to. Reason why we started on this is because Sri Hari seemed to have understood most of the concept. I don't know. It is up to Sri Hari to say what he feels about this.
Yeah, at least I totally agree with Lata. I mean, as there was some base, so it was good to come up to this. I mean, it helped as a ladder to come up. And then as a whatever I was following was kind of a tool. Yeah. If at all I could have, if this was the first book I am taking from you, then it's like I could have gone vast.
Yeah, but it is good, Srigari. You chose this book. This is the best book, I think, which I have come across. At least.
But you had already gone through it, Lata?
I had already read the first three parts of it. Fourth part, I thought I am still not ready to read it. I have not read.
Oh, okay.
And we will be doing all the 4 parts. So whenever it ends, it ends. But we will go detailed into all of them.
Yeah, correct.
So
So the fourth part, I can simply read and go. It is like actually how is the Jivan Mukta. So once you have realized and liberated, how does that person interact with this world? So
Correct.
when you are not reached that stage, what's the point in reading that? So I have not read that actually.
Okay.
But it is amazing. This first part is all about the Shishya and then the Guru, how the Guru has to be, how the Shishya has to be, and so on and so forth. It's a big explanation on that.
Okay.
And second and third part is really amazing.
Oh, is it? Okay.
So the second and third part is where the knowledge is, and the fourth part is about after you have gained the knowledge, after you got liberated, after you are thrown out the raft also.
Yeah, correct. So the second and third part are the one which I was so glued to it, and so I used to get lost in it. So that was 2 parts were really there. The core of everything what you want to know is there in that 2 parts.
Okay. I think we are very close to the second part, starting the second part, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I think by 66th verse, first part will be over. Is it right, Vilas?
Yes, correct. 66 verse will close the first part.
I think Lata has given me some more eagerness.
Yeah. But it's also good to know where you stand as a disciple.
Yeah.
And or the seeker when you read this, and what you should look for in a guru.
This is one thing whoever is attending to this have to do with me because I am reading it out. So now you have to say where I stand when we come there.
That I have already told you.
Not you. No, you already told me. I am talking Sri Hari also.
Yes.
Yeah.
And every day would be an improvement in the guru as well as the life of the shishya. So we need to actually, when we come to the second part, we need to take 5 minutes time to evaluate how the guru has changed and how the shishya has changed. So that is what we need to do in a proper implementation of this Vivekachudamani.
Okay.
Because the guru has to work for the whole day in understanding where all he has missed or what he has done as a mistake. It's just like our stand-up meeting, and then we take the impediment and then we solve it out, right? Supposed to.
Yeah.
So the person who is doing bodhana and the person who is hearing, which is called as shravana, they both have to be in line. So the guru has to take 2 minutes time to explain where the shishya is based upon what he felt, where he is understood, where he is not understood, and cover that in the next day. Similarly, the disciples or students or whatever we want to name should say where the guru went wrong and where he went right and what is their assessment about the guru. So the guru will correct himself by the end of the day by working on his skill or her skill, and the shishya will also work it out based upon what the guru upadesha has been given. That will ensure what Lata is saying on the second and the third chapters or the of that book is that you would have got realized for sure, beyond doubt.
Okay.
So if we are going to make this happen, let's do that. Not right now. Once we come to that state, so we have to do that whenever we meet.
Yeah, sure. So, Lata, every day shall I block your calendar 9:30 to 10? How is it? I mean,
Yeah, so if you block, then nobody else will block.
okay. Shall I go ahead? And
Yes,
block?
yes. Please.
Okay, sure.
And you can also send me one meeting invite that time so that nobody will block.
Sure. That's fine.
Okay. All right. We are
Okay.
10 o'clock.
Thank you.
I need to leave now. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you then. Bye.
Bye.